everyone, it's Annabelle. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video we're going to be updating on the Calanthes and Cypripediums, which are the hardy garden orchids that I unboxed with you guys back in January and repotted. We're also going to be talking about my Cymbidiums, and at the end of this video I'll be announcing the giveaway winner for the UK giveaway of the mini orchid collection from Spiceotic Plants. So stay tuned for that announcement at the end. Just to give you a little bit of background info, this is my little outdoor greenhouse. First clip was filmed in the morning. This is now the afternoon, so to show you the different light that it gets throughout the day. None of the orchids in here get any additional heating. All of these have been kept outside. Cymbidiums all last year and over winter have been outside. They've gone down to -3, -5 degrees Celsius. They've been absolutely fine. I've kept them bone dry all winter. Just started watering, and one of them has actually just started putting up a spike, which is exciting. So I'm going to update you with those guys, but particularly for the Calanthes and Cypripediums, because I did show you the unboxing. So this is the afternoon sunshine that they get. They do get morning sun down the side of the house when there's sunshine available, so they're getting kind of light morning and afternoon, but as you can see, the corner that they're in, they don't get any direct sunlight. It's just kind of bright shade, and as they grow a bit they will probably be getting a little bit more sun on the leaves. These are my Calanthes, and they're the first to emerge from dormancy. They're a very seasonal type of orchid, the Calanthes and the Cypripediums, so they go through, for the majority of hybrids, sort of a winter semi-dormancy. Many of them will keep their leaves. There are some species that are warmer growing that don't lose their leaves through dormancies, and there are some that will fully deciduous. So I've just got some complex hybrids, and they seem to have kept their leaves all through winter. They're looking a bit tatty, the older leaves. They're just starting flower spikes, and the pattern of growth seems to be that they put up a spike as the new growth is starting, and then the new growth continues around them, just from what I've observed with these guys. So yeah, this is really exciting. Lots of new growth, which is very, very rewarding. I was a little bit worried about potting them in inorganic media. They're in mixes of Ceramys, Leca and Perlite. These are the Cypripediums, which I think have a little bit more perlite in the mix. You can check out the repotting video in the corner and down below in the description. And they've just started to emerge, so I was a little bit worried about these because they've emerged a bit later, and we've had a very mild winter, and Cypripediums do need a good chill down over winter, because if they start too soon, I've been told that they can kind of burn themselves out very quickly and just kind of die. So they need a good chill down to actually get them to start their growth a little bit later in spring as it's warming up. And if you keep them too warm and they start too early, they can just kind of burn themselves out apparently. So I was a little bit worried about that, and I was also worried about the potting mix that I put them in. So I put them in mainly Ceramys, but with perlite and a little bit of Leca. And they're doing really well. So they're emerging now from the gravel top layer, and you can see that the little nubs are just coming up, and we've actually got quite a few nubs on the left hand pot. I don't know what hybrids they are, but the pictures just show a yellow hybrid, so I don't know if they're both yellow hybrids or if that's just for illustration purposes. I just bought a lucky dip of reduced Calanthes and Cypripediums, worked out around £9 each for them. So yeah, I thought it was a really good offer. I've just got mixed complex hybrids. Don't know what I'm getting. It'll be really fun to see, and it's really exciting to see them emerge from dormancy. And one thing that I really like about these more seasonal orchids is how rapidly they do grow. Once they come out of dormancy and once they start growing, they then kind of need quite a lot of water and nutrients to really get a massive growth out in quite a short time, really, relatively, compared to the orchids that will grow a bit more throughout the year. So I'm really excited to see how these progress and how they're doing. I haven't actually watered them much at all since I put these out in January, because it's been cold, although not maybe as cold as they would like or can tolerate. But I didn't want to rot them at all. So it's very humid in my greenhouse. Keep the doors shut pretty much all winter, so humidity stays above 80%. They really don't need water in that because they're dormant, they're not using it. I didn't want to rot them, so I've not watered them at all, and I am just starting now to go up with water and fertilizer. You can see that I have watered, and the reservoir gauge on this particular one on the right hand side is showing about half full in the reservoir. And I will just kind of up the watering now that they're starting active growth and it's warm and sunny, and spring is most definitely here, so I will just keep increasing the watering frequency as they continue to grow more and kind of need more water. But that's kind of how I'm managing them. I'm just kind of feeling my way along, going by what the orchids are telling me. They're coming out of dormancy now, which means that they're going to be starting to use nutrients, water and energy. So they're going to be wanting me to kind of increase the watering. Just get you a little bit closer in on the two knobs that are kind of furthest along on this right hand Cypripedium, which is really exciting, and it's really wonderful to see them kind of springing out of the gravel top layer. And I think the other pot had more nodes of growth, so it'll be interesting to see as they come out, and I will show you that later. These are my Cymbidiums, so I've kept them outside all winter. Before that they lived outside in kind of basically all year. I have just noticed on these guys that I've got spider mites, so I'm going to have to start a neem oil treatment, which I will do kind of right now in this video, which is a neem oil soap solution that I spray them with. If you want more information on the quantities I use, I did a video on how I was using it to treat spider mites and thrips last year, so I'll be doing that today and then repeating treatment in 10 days, and that usually is enough to nip it in the bud for me. These guys won't be getting any full bright UK sunlight just yet, so mixed up a solution. I'm going to spray all of the orchid, all the undersides of the leaves, and then I'm just going to, any residue I will set up spraying, just because neem oil stays active for around 8 hours for the systemic action. Obviously the smothering oil effect of killing the mites kind of manually, mechanically will stay for longer, but the actual systemic action that it also has will only last for around 8 hours of activity once you first make it up, so it's best to use it up quite quickly. So I'm just going to literally let it spray. I've also treated the Calanthes as well because they've kept their leaves from last year, so you know, I couldn't see any signs of spider mites on them, but just in case I will give them a spray. So my Cymbidiums are doing very well. I grow them in semi-hydro with leca, and they're actually in very large self-watering pots. I managed to get clearanced, which suit them very well, and they seem to do well in this. Took them a little while to establish, but once they're established they seem to do well in leca, for me at least. So I will film an update separately on the Cymbidiums at a later date, but this was filmed kind of a week before, and then I've come back to show you some growth progression that I've noticed on the Calanthes and Cypripediums, which is really exciting. So I thought I'd actually show you retrospectively and then show you what they're like now, because within the space of 3-4 days they've really shot up, and I'm really shocked. So I wanted to kind of add that in with the editing, to fast forward for you so you can see how quickly they're growing. So this is just sort of 3 or 4 days later since I filmed, and I've noticed they're really coming up, and loads are coming up in this pot for the Cypripediums, which is really exciting because I think that's probably all of them, if not more, that have made it, that I repotted them with. So I think I've got around 10 nodes coming up in this pot, which is going to be a really nice show when they do come up. That's just one little cluster, and then I've got a few more kind of over here, so that'll be really exciting to watch them grow and develop. But it's just really nice to see the first kind of signs of spring starting and my outdoor orchids to be kind of coming to life. The Calanthes already, their spikes have progressed so much, and I'm really shocked. I didn't actually notice when I first filmed, and then I've kind of waited a few days and magically they've kind of sprung to life. So it'll be really interesting to see what Calanthe hybrid I actually have here, and the other Calanthe is doing the same sort of thing. So we should soon see what colour varieties I was actually given in this kind of lucky dip haul. It's really nice to see, and they obviously are doing quite well in inorganic media, it seems, in these self-watering systems with mixes of Ceramis, leca and perlite. So we've done a brief update on my Calanthes, Cypripediums and Cymbidiums, and now I'm going to announce the giveaway winner for the little mini collection of orchids, and the winner for that is Samuel Asio. So I will get in touch with you and we'll send you out the little mini orchid collection. Thank you so much for watching today, and if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a like or subscribe to my channel for more regular orchid updates, and I will see you guys all later. Bye!